This conference will now be recorded.
Okay. So at the start of the meeting, the chairman is supposed to read, pursuant to Governor Baker's March 12th, 2020 order, suspending certain provisions of the open meeting law and the governor's March 15th, 2020 order imposing strict limitations on the number of people that may gather in one place. The meeting of the town of Harwich board, committee, commission is being conducted by remote. No in-person attendance of members or the public will be permitted, but every effort will be made to ensure the public can adequately access the proceedings by order. Every effort will be made to ensure that the public can adequately access the proceedings as provided by the order. As a reminder, the persons who would like to listen or view in the meeting while in progress may do so, or despite our best efforts, we're not able to provide for real-time access, and we will record the meeting on the town's website. So we'll now call the meeting to order. And we have Jackie, Charlie, Richard, Andrew, and Paul.
Yep. Finally.
The only item I have on new business is the approval of the January meeting minutes. Does everybody agree to that?
Yep, I approve.
Yes.
Okay. Then is there any other new business? No? Okay.
No.
I have a request.
Okay, Jackie.
If you were to, for a little while, spelled out all acronyms so that I can learn what they mean. I can understand when you're talking. I always have to look them up, but I struggle.
Okay.
Is that okay for a little while?
Yes.
Sure.
I know what acronyms we're talking about, but okay. Under old business, we have a report from Paul about the Depot Street lights.
Yep, Depot Street lights, they cleaned up, I can't remember from the last meeting. They put up the lights. They took the sensor to the opposite direction. But anyway, the lights are working fine. They removed the obstruction of the, I'm not sure if that happened before the last meeting or not, where they had like the warning signs, the physical signs themselves, the old ones were blocking the light as you approached it heading into Harwich. So they've removed a couple of them, lowered one, and it looks great.
Very good.
Nice.
I have to congratulate Paul. I don't know if anybody else has followed the DPC meeting, but our request for the Depot street lights was approved. Also, we won approval for our boundary marker. I emailed the chairman of the Chatham Bikeways Committee, and he was happy to hear that we have ours, but they won't decide on theirs for another month or so. I see Alan's not here, so we don't have anything from Alan. Andrew, did you hear from the town of Harwich about your article for the annual report?
Yeah, thanks for all the input from everyone. I think I sent a copy to everyone of her saying that
Yes.
she did, accepted our brief report, and it should be published whenever the
Town reporters, yeah.
report in toto is published. And yeah, so that was a go. Everything was fine with that.
Very good.
Awesome. Thank you, Andrew.
Great. Thank you.
Has anybody found any photos that they would like to submit for the cover of the town report? It's not a bikeways thing, but I keep on getting an email from the town saying that they're still looking. Oh, well. I did emailed the fellow from the Chatham Bikeways Committee about the changes that we would like to make to the map, but he has not responded yet. I'll check back with the John O'Toole from the Chatham Bikeways Committee and see if the guy is around or not. And see if he got my email about the suggestions. Anything else? Paul, come on, you always have something to say.
Boy, quiet month. I'm supposed to be in Florida, you know?
Yeah.
But it's
Come
not
on down.
happening. You're in Florida, but I'm not.
Come on down. The weather's great.
Yeah. No, nothing. Yeah, quiet month, you know, other than the lights and everything else. That'll hopefully all of that goes through at this point. So we'll get that. Oh, and like you say, Elaine is not around, but the grant, Alan is not here. But the grant proposal, I think I shipped it off to a few of you, but Alan, I don't know if he knew this person. I can't remember her name now off the top of my head, but basically said that we didn't need to produce a GIS file, and which is and we'll just see what happens with that grant money. You know, it's I guess, you know, it's a reimbursement grant, like 80% of the total money. So,
Do you know when a decision will be made?
I think last year it was June,
Oh, wow.
off the top of my head. So it's not something that's going to happen immediately. And, but get some money back to the town. Maybe we can say, you know, then my next year's presentation, you know, will be that look at the grant paid for 3/4 of the other one, so we've got monies to spare. But we'll see.
Where is the paving? Where does the paving stand? The areas that were marked last spring?
You want to go into more detail on that?
Me?
Jackie?
I don't know. I'm just remarking that when I first saw the pink marks, I said, wonderful, they are going to take care of this. And they took care of about 30%. So I'm wondering what happened to the rest.
I will have to ask Eric because
No, that could be an action item for Eric.
yeah.
Good point, Jackie.
Okay, so just we're asking Eric what the pink markings are and what's the status, etc. Is that okay, guys?
Yes, and in some areas there's no pink anymore. The pink is gone. You understand me? So the marks are gone because so much time went by.
Oh,
You can ask him for an explanation, sure.
You know, I might as well bring something up while we're here after that. Did we ever settle on additional signage at all, or did we discuss that last year, like to the beach, to Bank Street or something, or to downtown? I know we put a sign in at the Rotary, you know, identifying that we're gonna you can head towards Brooks Park and there's bathrooms there. And I can't remember what else was on the Rotary, was on the sign. But do we have an ample, I guess it's just a general question, ample signage that says point you to downtown or point you to Bank Street Beach? I guess,
we don't have any of that signage. We could ask Link if he would, what the financial straits that everybody is in. I don't know if he'll want to spend the money.
yeah. Under maybe for it was just something that came to mind. Maybe for discussion next month, a little bit more.
And you could send Link an email asking him what his feelings are about more signs. We're spending the money for more signs. I know it would be nice, but
True. Yeah, and then we would just have to identify where we would put them.
right.
That was the intent of the map changes.
Right.
You were already doing the maps. Maybe that's not sufficient, but that was something at least we could do.
Yeah, well, that's what brought it up to when we were talking about the map. That's what made me think of that,
Yeah.
So yeah, I could shoot Link an email just to see if he had. What are you thinking? A couple of. I guess that's why I'd like to discuss it before I shoot Link an email. A couple of signs, one sign, where.
A couple of signs, yeah. And we'll discuss, like Richard said, that they proposed map changes. So if we could follow the proposed map changes for the location of the signs. But
Right. There were, the changes. I can't remember the changes now, but in any case, there was Bank Street. There was also going down. What's the road? Anyway, the road that takes you down the Red River Beach.
Uncle Vinny's.
Uncle Vinny's.
Yeah, there's that route, and that's Red River Beach is, at least to me, is probably one of the more popular beaches as well. And if you're on a bike, that's very doable. Just a nice way to go. In fact, one of our bike groups does a little bike ride down there. I mean, that's just a normal route for us. So it's a nice way to go. And then there's, of course, getting up to the ball field for the Mariners. That's another possibility. There's that little cut through that leads the bike trail to the north by the high school. So that sign could say high school and White House Field, or just White House Field, by way of that little exit. So wherever we made these changes, you could have a sign.
You know what? Not to interrupt. That's a good point. I mean, I take my bike every night or when I can make it to the Mariners games. And if you don't know where that cutoff is off the trail, I mean, locals are going to know it. But if you don't know it, yeah, it's hard to find right there. It's a good idea, Richard. I agree. If everyone agrees with that.
And it's much better than Oak Street.
Yeah.
It's a nice off the road, very casual way to get up there with your family and kids on bikes, whatever. It's kind of neat.
Yeah, no doubt about it.
Trying to remember what the other changes were. I should look up those minutes now. But
Yeah, I point, like I said,
if you can think of others, they can also go on the map changes. I mean, you guys know more about the town than I do.
You walked all over town. Well, I don't have anything else. It doesn't appear that I put down the date. Oh yeah, Wednesday, March 17th. St. Patty's
good.
Day.
Yep.
Put on your green.
5 o'clock?
5 o'clock is good for me.
5 o'clock.
Okay. That's our next National Seashore Work Group for anyone who wants to do that too. So just so you know.
On the same day?
Yeah, it's always the third Wednesday
Okay.
of the month. That's what we signed. That's what we agreed to with them. So it just happens that it's the bike meeting the third Wednesday. So here we are.
Okay.
But we do it in
I'll
the
put
morning.
it down my calendar, Richard, see if I can make it.
Do you get an email from Janet with the hike?
I have fallen off. I'll send an email to get back on.
Good, because that's how she communicates. She puts
Okay.
it out to all the hikers who wants to work. And so
I
you
just
get
go
all
to
information.
the website, right, for newcomers.
No, this would be to Janet in particular because it's Tuesday.
Okay.
It's a Tuesday hiking group. So her email address is jtkaiser, KAISER @comcast.net.
Okay. All right.
So if you
Thank
hit her
you.
with one, she'll put you on the list and
Okay.
you'll hear. And anyone else can do that too. We're always looking for hardworking men willing to catch on fire.
Or women.
Or easygoing old guys.
Can you tell we're all over something?
Over the hill.
Over the
There you go.
At least I am.
the last gasp.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you for your attendance.
Thanks.
See you next
Everybody
month.
be safe.
Yeah.
Bye-bye.
Thanks, guys. Thanks.
Here, don't get too much sun, Fran.
Okay.
Yeah.
We'll be thinking about you during our next snowstorm in the next 2 days.
Okay.
Yeah, which will be, I guess, Thursday, right? Yeah.
Yeah, coming up.
Yeah.
Tomorrow.
That's tomorrow, Thursday. Yeah.
Tomorrow. Yep. Have a good
All
one,
right.
guys.